Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about how to actually get fit physically and mentally and what this means for long-term peace and happiness and how can we get started on this. My name is Ethan Etchart. I'm a fitness consultant and I'm a personal trainer. And so I'm going to show you my methods and how they work and give you the opportunity to see what you think about changing your life and really try to show you how important this is for your long-term health. So I believe in a 7-step process of getting your shit together. Okay. And step 1 and 2, they're kind of like 1A and 1B. It depends on what you're struggling with in your life, but it's fitness and your mental health, because these two things are what are going to drive you every single day to be a better person and value who you are and have the confidence to make the decisions you need to make an impact on the world around you. This is the whole idea of mind and body. Like the more we are united with our mind and body and we feel great physically, we feel great mentally, we do better service for others, we create better projects, we're more responsible, and we connect with others that are doing well, and we just do better good for the rest of society. And we feel more at peace with ourselves too. So let me tell you how this has worked with some of the clients I've had in the past. I worked with this girl named Sarah, and when I first got to know her, she was fresh off a breakup. She was eating like crazy. Her mental health was off the rails. Everything at work was kind of crazy. She wasn't getting the respect she wanted, and she wasn't feeling happy about who she was physically either. All right, so then we met. We started training. We got her going on a routine. We diagnosed what was going on mentally. We gave her the confidence that she needed by becoming physically active and the energy she needed to like chase a vision and a goal that she had with what she was doing in the gym, and that completely rubbed off on what she was doing with the rest of her life. And so not only was she able to lose 10 inches off her waist, which is a huge number, that's pretty crazy to lose 10 inches off your waist. She also was promoted in her job and given more responsibility, more respect by people around her, and she feels even more comfortable with who she is and confident in the body she has now. Another story that's even crazier is this client I have been working with named Andrew. And so when I first started working with Andrew, he was struggling with substance abuse, particularly alcohol. He never felt like he had a direction where he was going with his life. He was doing well in business, though. Financially, things were well, but what he was doing with his body was not making him happy. He was feeling terrible, lots of hangovers, lots of bad decisions with food, and he gained a lot of weight. He was up to about 260, 280 at some times. And so when I met him, we had a lot of work to do. But he stayed consistent, and we kept going. And months later, here we are, and he's down all the way to 200. He's had significant changes in the way he thinks about himself, the way he prioritizes his day, and the projects that he's working on. He looks phenomenal. His legs, his arms, looks toned. He feels good. Women are respecting it. People in business are respecting it. And he's even respecting himself even more than he ever has. And so he had huge weight loss numbers. He hasn't drank in over 7 or 8 months now. And so sobriety was something he wanted to work on too. And we've done that. And so here he is today, feeling strong, feeling mentally strong, capable to do what he could not understand that he'd be able to do like a couple years ago. And so this is what happens when you take care of your mental health and your physical fitness. Okay, so I know there's excuses, there's barriers, and I totally understand that, but let's kind of talk about those. Let's dissect them a little bit. So maybe you have this opinion like there is no time in the week to exercise, you're too busy, yada, yada, that type of thing, right? We are busy, right? There's a lot going on in our life, but I'm going to run some quick math for you, okay? So let's imagine that you sleep 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? That's 56 hours. Let's say you work 7 days a week, 8 hours a week, which probably you're not. That's another 56 hours. That equals 112, right? So 112 is the numbers that we probably have to obligate for rest and productivity at least, right? There's 168 hours in a week. So if you minus 168 by 112, you get 56 hours. And so what are we doing with these other 56 hours in the week? Yeah, if we have kids, we got other responsibilities. Maybe we have significant others. We have other projects we're working on, like we have charities we're part of, groups within our religion, whatever it is, we got other things going on. Okay, and so let's be generous. And let's say all those other things you do with your life that are important, they're productive things also. Let's say that's another 40 hours every week. Okay, you still have 16 hours left in your week to make time for exercise, at least that. So it's rarely a time thing. It's always probably a priority thing. And then what I'm about to talk about later on, energy. And so money, let's talk about money too. Right now, you probably are thinking, I just can't afford it. It's expensive. Gym memberships are kind of like, they're like 50, 60, $70 a month. And then training, that's another few $100s a month if I get a trainer. So that's expensive, right? That's what you're thinking. But I want you to consider the cost of healthcare. When we treat our bodies like trash and we don't have our shit together and we're partying like crazy and we're consuming a lot of processed foods, we lead toward disease much faster. And the diseases that pop up most frequently are cardiovascular ones, and hypertension is one, with high blood pressure, and then type 2 diabetes. And so things like type 2 diabetes and things like hypertension, you're probably going to have to start taking medication, especially with cardiovascular health issues. Those are guaranteed, not guaranteed, but they're probably going to happen the worse you take care of your body. And of course, there's other factors, there's genetic pieces, there's other just random occurrences. But typically, the data show that people that are unhealthy, people that are not exercising enough, they're not eating whole foods, they are the ones that are developing disease and stuff. So we got to understand that stuff's really expensive. Like hospital bills are expensive. And so you could be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on medications every month if you don't have a good system with your health insurance. And so we got to think about fitness is a very important medical cost. If you want to think about it that way, it's very important, right? Okay, and so energy, right? This just has to do with more or less you not understanding what to do in the gym or what to do physically to make you feel healthy, and also kind of your desire to go and do it. Because you maybe are just not really sure what to do. Maybe you don't see the value, or you just don't have like the desire to go and do it, okay? And that's totally understandable. And I think this is where most of our issues come with, and most of our friction with getting started is here. Because time and money, those are things we know, like they're always going to be things we have to worry about. But when we want to do things and we feel the value of it, we're going to make it happen. No matter what the cost is, no matter how much time it takes, we will do it. And so I'm going to flip the script a little bit here. I'm going to share some quotes that people have told me, my clients, after they started training. They started thinking like this, okay? It's like, with time, they think, I always find time to exercise now because I always feel better by prioritizing my health. This is the things I hear. These are real quotes right here. Okay. And then money, right? People tell me, for instance, here's a quote. Now I realize that every dollar I've spent on my health is beyond valuable. So you kind of have this recognition with money that it's like, wow, my health is literally the number one variable that compounds throughout time and gives me the opportunity to perhaps make more money, or also just enjoy life longer and be more attributable to what you're doing with your productivity. And then energy, right? This is what I hear also. I am feeling more inspired, more driven to succeed, and I love who I see in the mirror. So imagine what that feels like. If you've been feeling depressed, you've been feeling down, or you don't know what you're really doing, to be able to know with what you're doing is what you want to do with your life, and you feel great about it, and you feel more respected for yourself and by others, that is an amazing feeling. And that is what we need to be doing. This is like self-actualizing at its finest, is when we're combining all the pieces of our life into one, and fitness and health, they start that puzzle. So I'll talk briefly about my story. Okay. So I was doing a lot of exercise when I was younger. I was in a lot of sports, and then I joined the military and things were going good. But as I got comfortable, I started partying a lot and consuming lots of alcohol, consuming lots of nicotine. And I was kind of stuck in my career. I didn't really know what was going to happen in the next few years. I was just kind of taking one day at a time and just having a lot of fun and partying. But I also had a lot of disasters, a lot of bad days. I probably had like 2 times I almost died partying off too much alcohol. And that's pretty crazy. Like, I think I underestimate how crazy that is sometimes, because I consider myself someone pretty lucky with their party experience. Like, I never really got any trouble and nothing really crazy happened. But like I said, I almost died almost twice. So it's some real stuff. Okay. So I had no direction. I was truly lost, no purpose. Right. And then once I started diving into fitness and health and everything, I knew this is what I wanted to learn about. I knew that if I could take care of my mind and my body, I could do anything else I wanted to do in my life. So I started eating whole foods. I started weightlifting all the time. I started researching articles. I enrolled in the program that I graduated from, and here I am today. This is a photo on the right-hand side from about a couple months ago, 7% body fat, super strong. I'm not even trying to lose fat, and I'm 7% body fat. I'm literally just working out and built enough muscle that my body just stays lean all the time because I have built up the metabolism to do that. And so let's talk about my resume very quick so we can get through this so you can see what I'm talking about. Is yes, I'm a qualified certified personal trainer. I've been certified by NASM, CrossFit Level 1, and American Council on Exercise. I have USAF work ethic. So like I said, I was in the military. Like, you really got to be disciplined. You got to be on time. You got to work harder. You got to work smarter. That's what I learned how to do. I'm highly educated, 4.0 with my degree. I only got A's. That's what I do. I just learn. I'm educated. I know what's going on with this stuff. So jacked athlete. We can check that box too. I do CrossFit competitions now. I do a lot of swimming, a lot of hiking, a lot of weightlifting. And so that shows that I'm still involved in this, obviously, every single day, because I'm taking care of myself as much as I'm taking care of the clients. Train anywhere, right? I do virtual training, so I can train anyone through Zoom, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever you got, I can find it and we'll make it work. Okay, Snapchat, even had sessions on Snapchat. Okay, empathetic. Let's talk about empathetic now. This has to do with emotional intelligence. So a lot of trainers, right, they can tell you to do this and give you a hard workout and you're like, whoa, that was tough. Whoa, that was tough. They kicked my ass. They yelled at me. It was crazy, right? And of course, I can get on people. I can yell at them as well. But what I understand is emotional intelligence at a higher level. And this has to do with my training and my background from ASU. I also became certified in health coaching. And so we really dive into understanding behavioral psychology and emotional intelligence. This is what you need in a personal trainer, because they need to understand you as much as you understand yourself, if not better. And so this is what I do. I figure out when you're having bad days, how I can have a better approach to get you motivated and get the results you still want, even when you don't feel great and even when you feel amazing. All right, so now at this point, you have two options when you're watching this video. If you don't have a fitness routine, you can move backwards, right? This just means you're just like, you can either go backwards or you go forwards, right? You can't stay in the middle, because if you don't adopt a health and fitness routine right now, you're probably going to keep consuming lots of sugary processed foods. You're probably going to get a lot of visceral fat on your stomach, which is attributed to a number of diseases. You're probably going to develop depression. There's studies that show that people that do not get enough physical exercise, they don't eat healthy foods, they are getting depressed more. And also, you're probably going to get sick more. Your immune system gets worse the less you take care of your body. Overall, not a great picture, and it's not what I hope you end up deciding to do. I hope that you take the other option and you move forward. Okay. And so what does moving forward look like? Well, you're probably going to reach more productivity. You're going to be more successful, but not even that. You're going to reach and become the person you've wanted to become all along. You become kind of like your omega you, your ultimate you, right? So if you're trying to be like this amazing man, you're trying to have a lot of success, boom, you're just going to become that man that you've wanted to be. Women, you're going to be that amazing, powerful woman that you've wanted to become. And for what this means is, you guys, whoever is a part of this journey, you're going to find more unity and balance with your body and mind too. More balance in your emotions, more emotional clarity, more mental clarity during work. Your focus will be off the chain. Everything is going to be a lot easier in your life. And that's why I like to call fitness convenience. The more fit you are, the more convenient life is for you. And if you're looking to get started and work with me, you can schedule a consult at the link below this video. You can sign up for my 90-day challenge that I run. Right now, the special is 30% off, and I'm starting with October through the end of the year. And we're focused on things like sobriety. Whatever you want to focus on, we're going to make that your focus. But October, sobriety is the focus. And so right now I'm running a huge special on it. So get on that as fast as you can. There's only 10 spots left. And so this is a very highly attractive, great value program. And you are not going to want to miss out on this. So get on as fast as you can. Change your health and fitness. Take control of your life. And thanks for watching this video.